During today's show, I will discuss with Valerie, Hickory Springs, how she had a pivot in her business. As we all know, we're currently experiencing a pandemic and we're experiencing the new normal. So we have to make changes. We have to adapt. I often say on my show, the only thing that is permanent is change. Albert Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting different results. So again, we need to pivot, to make changes, and to adapt and constantly be changing things. If you're a reseller or you're interested in becoming a reseller, you're at the right place. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adam. My channel's name is Adam's Exploits, and we will get this party started very shortly. Just want to say hello to Sharon, my moderators in the chat. I'm sure a few other people will be filling in momentarily. The notices did go out, so shortly people will be filling in. Again, as I said, I have Valerie, Hickory Springs. Bringing Valerie on shortly. She'll introduce herself, tell us about how she had to remodel her business formula, tell us about what she was doing before, what she was doing, how she's changing things up, mixing things up, and how she's becoming successful and becoming profitable in a reselling business. So say hello to a few people. My co-host on my bi-weekly show is here. Bill is here, Noman of Frogs. Jennifer, thanks for joining us. And I did say hello to Sharon. So let me bring on Miss Valerie, and I'll have her introduce herself. You are up, young lady.
Hello. Sound check. Everything sound good?
Sounds fine. Okay,
good. Hi, my name is Valerie. Most of y'all know me with Hickory Springs, and I've been selling online since about 2012, but I didn't go full-time until 2018 when I lost my 25-year job as a corporate accountant. And I have dabbled in DoorDash and Grubhub, all the delivery gig apps. I did that for a year and a half. I've taken a break in the last few months so that I could reboot my eBay business. And so I am really pushing hard. I've pivoted. I've pivoted a few times in the last 2 years. So I just keep trying a different angle, whatever it takes, I'll sell anything that's not glued down, right? But I am happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You were originally from where? And now you're in the Missouri, correct? St. Louis area?
I'm in Missouri. I was a native Floridian. I was born and raised in Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County, on the good side, the Gulf side. I left Florida in 2007, 2008, right in the midst of the housing crash. So went to Kentucky for a couple of years and ended up in Missouri, and I really like the weather here. I like the cost of living is a lot cheaper than Florida.
True. I mean, yeah, New Jersey, we won't get into that, but New Jersey is expensive too. Hey, Craig, thanks for joining us.
Did you see who's here? Beth's here.
Beth is here? Oh, yeah. She is. She said, hey, sis. Hello, Beth.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. So why don't we just touch on momentarily, like I said, you did discuss that you were involved with DoorDash and different things, and obviously with the pandemic, for all our safety and your safety particularly, you had to pivot, and you were doing quite a bit of it. You were actually making a decent living doing it at one point, right?
I was doing it really full time. Honestly, anybody that starts to do DoorDash when you're in an unemployed situation and you need quick money and you got to pay the bills, it does work.
Right.
And then I got addicted to making that fast cash, and I was doing it 7 days a week, So that's when last year when my eBay business went back down, and I started doing really full-time DoorDash. And then I switched over to Grubhub in January, February, and did really well for a few months. And it's just been downhill for the last, since about May. So I was able to get the SBA loans and grants for being a self-employed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got those. And that's how I've been able to take off the time from doing it, because I still needed to pay my bills. I'm single. So I'm by myself. I have to pay my own bills. So I got that, and that's what's helped me float to get back to rebuilding my eBay. So
well, that's great. I mean, because I know you were doing some, accounting type work. You were doing administrative assistant work, so I guess you're familiar with that type of the processes, the forms, different things. So I know a lot of people were confused by that. A lot of even small businesses were confused by how to apply for those loans. So you know how to do it.
Yeah, I did corporate accounting for 25 years. So.
Yes. Hey, whatever you got, you got to make the best of your abilities, right?
Yeah, you have to.
I'm just going to touch it momentarily. We'll get into the reselling part, but I just, again, for the people that are, interested in I know things are kind of crazy. We were talking pre-chat with the DoorDash and whatnot, and how a lot of these DoorDashes and things are offering free deliveries. And you told me we won't use the expletives, but so many people were not tipping. So again, you said you were trying to make X amount of dollars per hour when you were doing DoorDash, and you were actually achieving that goal, right?
Well,
prior to what happened.
Right, up until about March and April. Well, up until about May 1st, I was making anywhere from $20 to $30 per hour. Now that was before my gas and my taxes and tires for my truck, but that was sort of what I needed to be at, in order to pay my bills and pay my taxes and whatnot. And when they started reopening restaurants here in my area in Missouri, it just went downhill. The gig apps were dropping the pay. Grubhub went from a minimum of $8 plus tips, to down all the way to $4. Wow. DoorDash went down to $3. Well, if you can only do 2 deliveries an hour, maybe 2.5,
You're not even making a minimum wage when you factor in your costs, your expenses.
Exactly. And they overhired drivers, and they brought on drivers that didn't know any better, didn't know that we used to make $20, $25 an hour doing this. And so they're accepting the $3 orders. And then,
like you said, if the people don't tip, you're actually losing money.
There's a lot of, in my market, and you can't, I understand the economy, right, and whatnot, but food delivery, to me, it always has been, even when I was growing up, food delivery is a convenience. It's not a necessity, Yeah,
I mean, you can go pick up your pizza at the pizza shop where you can have it delivered. If you're going to have it delivered, you should tip the person.
Even now, I go to Domino's. They have a drive-through. It's like 1.5 miles from my house.
Right.
I go through the drive-through. I don't tip. When I'll order online.
Right.
I drive. I pick it up. I don't tip. But during the wintertime last year, I know specifically, I didn't want to drive on the icy roads, and they were still doing delivery. I double tipped. Like for a $15 order, I think I tipped the guy $10,
wow. Okay.
Just to drive it 1.5 miles to my house.
Yeah.
Because it's a luxury. But it's just my market. I
think it's everywhere. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I kept seeing all these, all these fast food places and all these restaurants, free delivery, thinking, well, these people get free delivery and they only tip $1 or $2, or they don't tip. How are these drivers making any money? Obviously I thought of you because I know, you're a person I know that was doing it, and I knew you pivoted out of it because it wasn't as profitable. So now let's get into the reselling part of it. You had to mix things up. Hey, I added my Nightbot as a moderator. It's working there. There you go.
Hey, Nightbot, how you doing?
I wasn't a fan of Nightbot, but I figure it reminds me to tell people to subscribe, because I forget I get involved in the conversation. So thank you, Nightbot. Good job. All right, so let's pivot into your reselling career. And like you said, you got back into eBay, and we were discussing things that you were almost everything and anything, right? Your niche is not a niche per se. Your niche is everything, correct?
I do enjoy. I'll tell you. Okay, to be quite honest, my favorite thing for thrifting and reselling is shoes.
Okay.
Not tennis shoes. Like there's these people that. These really cool guys that they call them, what is it, kicks, and they do the retail arbitrage with all the tennis shoes. I would buy all the wrong ones. I don't know tennis shoes,
Right. Well, Bill and Dave now are into that, and I eventually I'd like to get into that. I ordered priority shoe boxes because I let's talk about. Oh, before I forget, guys, excuse me, my earpiece keeps popping on my ear. If I keep pushing my ear, it's nothing personal. But yeah, I ordered my postal supplies, and I told people like a month or so ago to. I'm just gonna take this piece out. I can use this one piece. I ordered my postal supplies like a month ago. I still haven't received them yet. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them, but I did order the priority shoe boxes because I understand that's typically the best way to ship shoes.
Yeah, it just depends for me on the side. Because I'll do flip flop. I don't just do tennis shoes. I like flip flops. I like women's dress shoes. I love boots.
Right.
I use a lot of different sizes for all my shoes.
Right.
So
okay.
That's my favorite thing to sell. The used clothing is just easy. It's abundant. Before the pandemic, when I was going to the thrift stores, it's abundant. It's easy to go.
Well, that's the thing too. When I first got involved in reselling, and again, I'm not going to mention it because everybody knows my bane of certain things I don't like selling. But when I first got involved, that's where people were selling. Oh, yeah, you get plenty of clothing, you get plenty of these things at the thrift shop. You pay $1, you pay $2, you sell them for $15. It's like, well, I didn't know women's fashion. I'm just there's no stains, no tears, no rips. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like, well, nobody's buying this. I sold some of the stuff, obviously.
Right.
But at one point, I had, I think, over 200 pairs of jeans listed, and now I have like 50 or 60 that I have to redonate, or I'm going to try to donate to a homeless shelter or something, and I have another 30 that I have to list. So I probably have over 100 pair of jeans on site between what I have listed on my store, plus what I pulled out of my store, plus what I have to list. But at $1 a pair, but it's like $1 a pair. But if you're paying that listing fee every month after month after month after month, you're at a loss.
I still have 2 racks of clothes in my inventory room. Beth has been here. She has seen my inventory room. So she knows that I have just an abundance of inventory, but it's a lot of one rack is really all the stuff I bought when I started reselling clothing 2 years ago.
Right.
And bad choices. I just never listed them. So I just need to get rid of them.
Again, coming back to the concept, the theme of the show, adapting and pivoting, and you have to learn, guys. Sometimes your own worst enemy. You have to learn, and the thing is too. Hear me mention a lot. Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, some of the other resellers that are very knowledgeable about reselling. They'll tell you things change, markets change. So maybe something like I was talking to Bill when we were doing our show earlier this week, talking about Tommy Bahama shirts. Well, 6, 7, 10 years ago, Tommy Bahama shirts were like huge. They were selling like crazy. They were getting top dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're not popular at all. You can barely give them away. But you got to be aware of what's selling and what the market value is. Check your solds, do your research.
I've been doing that recently when I've been ending and selling similar. I'm going back in and I'm looking again at comps on them because some things I've had listed for a while.
Yes.
So, I've learned so much, though, in the last 2 years, more about the analytics and following the analytics and looking at the traffic and the click-through rate and
sell-through rate too, right?
Right. So
your average cost of goods sold, you have your average selling price, your click-through rate, like you said.
Right.
And you're analytical because that's what you did. You did that accounting work, and that's important.
Right, but see, you
just can't go out thrifting and become a hoarder like me. You just can't go out grabbing stuff. You got to list it. You got to get good stuff. You got to list it. You got to price it right.
Well, and my Goodwills here are overpriced. So the last time I was there, I think $4.50, $5 for pants, jeans, $3.50 for shirts. And when you just can't sell bread and butter items with that cost of goods, because if you're only going to get $10 or $15 for it, there's no meat on the bone. So
there's that resale term, no meat on the bone.
Yeah. So around June was when I started looking at buying the threadup rescue boxes. I started following YouTubers, and I'm like, I mean, if you calculate it out, the cost per item is less than what I would get at Goodwill in my area, in Salvation Army, and they were all raising the prices. Even my little honey hole that I went to all back in 2018 and 2019, I had this honey hole. They were raising their prices, and they were doing a Thursday night auction on their Facebook, and they weren't even putting the brand, like they were.
Oh, really?
They were upping the price, and it was a really terrible picture. They were trying. I get it. They're trying. But I'm like, no, I can't buy that garbage anymore.
Well, and again, I keep coming back to the same thing. And, like I said, Bill and I discussed earlier in the week, and I discussed with you, and I kind of come back to the same things because there's a reason I discuss these things and say these things, because they work. Mm-hmm. Again, you got to constantly be adapting. You got to be constantly networking. We talked about networking. I had Pick and Roll on, and he spoke to someone that had a thrift store, and his prices were high. And he basically told him, don't be afraid to tell people you're a reseller. I mean, I guess if you go to like a yard sale, some people are like, oh, I don't want to tell them I'm a reseller. But if you go to a thrift store, say, hey, look, I can't make any money with what you're selling me this stuff for. I mean, I'm a reseller. I got to pay commissions to eBay or Poshmark or whatever. I got to ship it, yada, yada, yada. I need to make a profit. I need to have some meat on the bone. And then you just build a relationship with the person. Eventually say, hey, look, I know things have been kind of quiet with what's going on in the world, and, maybe things are slow. If you're ever interested in maybe unloading it, give me a bulk purchase. We'll work together. We'll make a nice offer. You'll make money. I'll make money. Again, talking about networking and adapting. And that leads me into what you were saying. You said you did some retail arbitrage. Why don't you share with us a little bit about your retail arbitrage?
Well, the retail arbitrage that I'm doing is a business that's going out of business.
Okay.
So, and actually
this is a chain, or is this an independent?
It's a chain.
Okay.
It's a.
Don't tell us your secret sauce.
Well, they're closing. They told me about a week and a half before the end of the month they're going to be done. So this weekend it'll probably go down even more. Okay. I'm hoping they've got all the fixtures in the store. And I asked them when I was there, I said, so are they 50% off too? No, we'll wait till the end, I'm like, okay, well.
That's when you get your mannequins.
No, I want the clothing rack.
Oh, the racks? Okay, racks, perfect, sure.
I mean, the racks that they sell, that they have, they're solid. I mean, you can't, like hang on it and it fall apart,
Well, you said you have a truck, right? So you could transport it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got an Expedition, so. Okay. But, so I did go, well, actually, the shirt hanging up, that is a blouse. What I did was I just went there to get new with tags items. Mm-hmm. And so, and the reason, because I'm looking towards fourth quarter. So new with tags items. So, and get them at a huge discount. But I do have a few others that I've got, and I'm going to be going back this weekend, hopefully, to get some more even cheaper. These are all plus sizes, new with tags. And so I'm not looking to make a fortune, but
plus sizes sell. We're talking about how had Bill and David gotten all those scrubs and plus sizes, and they were selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, I've got scrubs too that my former mother-in-law gave me, all brand new with tags, and they were large. But I just picked up some blouses that if they didn't sell, I got them so cheap that I could wear them myself. I like I'm a hippie, so. Oh
yeah, they got a little hippie look to them.
Yeah, some embroidery.
Little
boho hippie.
Bohemian.
I refuse to get old. That's my motto.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
So I just went and got a few, just something to list that's new with tags. So, and they're pretty. So
one thing I'm not telling you per se, but again, let me come back on the screen again with you. That's the other thing too, guys. You got to remember, and I'm not saying this is Valerie's case. You got to remember, It's what sells that you have to sell. I might like crazy looking shirts or goofy looking pants or whatever, but they may not sell. Um, you know, I, I, you know, so you
Yeah.
want to buy things that's obviously just because I like Nautica or Polo Ralph Lauren or whatever. Maybe there's no profit in that anymore. Maybe there really isn't. I mean that's what I like. I like those brands, but there's, like you said, there's no meat on the bone. But so just for the newer sellers, don't get caught up in things per se that you just because you like. I mean, obviously you know what you like, and you're more knowledgeable about those brands and what sells and the value of that. But just because you like something doesn't necessarily mean that the market likes it. You don't have to like something to sell it. You just have to be able to make a decent profit and be able to turn it over relatively quickly.
Well, luckily I like cool things though.
Okay, well that's
My
really
my
cool thing.
favorite brand of clothing is Torrid, and
That's a hot brand. I never see Toward.
well, it's supposed to be more of the younger crowd.
Right.
But, in my head, I'm really young, so I won't dress or act my age.
I don't know what to do.
So, and plus, I'm not allowed to buy any clothes for myself unless my daughter approves. She's my fashion stylist.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's the other thing too. I mean, I know a lot of ladies do that. They'll buy things and they'll buy things that they like, and they'll kind of like rent it. they'll wear it a few times, and then after they have to wear it a few times, and they'll list it.
yeah, I really should just hire my daughter to be my sourcer, my sourcing agent.
Yes.
Because the younger, but no, really, if you think about it, if you go and look in my store, the demographics of the people that I sell to is an older crowd. I like my Poshmark, I never really got into that real young hip group. I usually ended up having, but that was okay. I see now I haven't had Poshmark on. I put it on vacation last November because of all the best offers, the low ball offers.
Is that what happened? You get a lot of low ball offers?
Right. But the problem is at the time I was driving full time. And so it was always a distraction when I was driving to have offers.
You don't want to be playing with your phone when you're driving. That's for sure.
Well, exactly. It's bad enough I do it for the delivery.
Right.
So I put my Poshmark on vacation. I turned all best offers off on my eBay store, and I just listed my items at the price I was comfortable to get, and I still got sales, even when I was dormant. Not listing regularly.
Right.
I still had sales. So
you still had sales, so then you must have good items then.
Yeah, I was only making a sale a week, but I was also driving all the time. So
right.
But it's just the point that I just couldn't deal with them. So I've actually added now. I thought about the reason why I put my Poshmark on vacation and the whole thing with the best offers. So I've turned best offers back on in my store and my eBay. I've actually been cross-posting this week to Mercari.
There you go.
And I've got my inventory printed out. I'm going to take a night this week and go through all my inventory in my inventory room. And then I'm going to take my Poshmark off vacation.
Okay. Very good.
Just more on.
I posted in the Facebook group that Hickory did raise the rates. You know that,
right?
Right?
Oh, yeah. I saw about that.
Right. So basically, they're the same rate now as eBay, correct? Basically, the same fees. Ballpark.
Right. The same for me. Yeah. Because it depends. I think eBay.
Clothing is around 10%, right? Plus they have the 2.9 and the 30 cents. Basically, it's not a PayPal fee, but it equates to PayPal fee. And now with the managed payments, eBay is supposedly slightly less, but I still say it's 15%. I rounded up to 15%. Do you use promoted listings on eBay?
I do.
And what's your philosophy with promoted listings on eBay? What do you use?
1% is all they get from me.
I typically use 2%. I don't know why, but 1% probably works just as well. I'm not giving 7, 8, 10%. I'm sorry.
No, I've actually heard people talk about they have heard of someone that has actually gone as high as 50%, but like they'll turn it at 50%. It's like a loss leader, so you put up the promoted listings at 50% for 1 or 2 sales, if it's a replenishable, and then they turn it off,
Well, that drives traffic
right.
into your store, and supposedly that kicks the algorithm.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I know I had someone on the show. I had on the show somebody that was doing that. I'm having a brain freeze here, but yeah, she did that for a while.
I think Beth has done high ones occasionally. I've never done them really high. I I study the comps. I pick a fair price. I'm not the highest. I'm not the lowest. I'm just fair, and I do okay. My only thing is I need to get more volume in my store because I'm under 300 listings. So.
Well, you've been listing pretty regularly though recently, right?
Yeah. I got a little lazy there for a week or so, but yeah, no, I'm doing okay. I've come up with a new plan. Because I'm doing the threadup, they're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I started ordering the threadup inventory, the rescue boxes, in order to reboot my YouTube channel also,
Right.
and to get inventory. So I was talking to Beth the other night, and I said, okay, well, I've come up with this plan to organize myself, because I have boxes that I've already opened and done a video on, but I don't have everything listed yet. So I've gone through and I've pulled every invoice, I've rewatched my video, I have a list of every item, and now I'm going to do follow-up videos. So it helps me stay focused on listing all the items that came in the box or donating whatever. It's just helping me get more organized. So then,
well, it's good. Yeah, I mean that's smart. Keeps you accountable, which is great.
Right. So I'm just doing
it.
And
then you work with Beth. You do listing projects with Beth as well, and you do that way you kind of force yourself to do listings. That's smart.
Mm-hmm. I set goals, and sometimes I say them out loud, and sometimes I don't. But
yeah, well, I know Bill says he has some kind of mantra that he didn't share it with us, but he has a mantra that he lists. Thanks, Infamous. I'll take care of that for you. He has a mantra that he lists every morning. He says he doesn't watch the negative news every morning. He has his mantra. He positivity, and then he watches positivity videos and Les Brown and whatnot, and then he watches YouTube reseller videos and tries to keep in that positive state of mind.
Yeah, I probably need a little bit more positivity.
Yeah, can't hurt.
Well, I mean,
you can watch. Well, you're at home, so you can watch Gary V because he drops a few colorful words in there. But no, you're not a fan of Gary V?
No, I don't think I've ever watched him. I like very mellow, just charming people.
It's fun. I mean, he drops a lot of knowledge, but it's just like every other word is like bleep bleep bleep. It's like, come on, Gary.
Yeah, that would
I talk. All right.
That would get old. Yeah, I think. But and the thing is I'm single. I have the luxury of doing what I want, when I want, how I want. And that's also a curse, so sometimes I'm my own worst enemy.
Right, because there's no one to hold yourself accountable except for yourself.
Yeah. So.
I know.
Infamous Stacker says.
Been there, done that.
Gary V is the whole reason they got into reselling.
Talking about Gary V, yeah, the trash talk videos, yeah.
Well, maybe
I actually shopped at Gary V's wine shop. I was dating somebody that lived up in northern New Jersey, and that's where his father's wine shop was. And his father wasn't the greatest business person, and Gary kind of rebooted the store and got it going. And then he was one of the first to really get online with selling wine online, and he just blew up, did crazy volume. Then Gary decided to leave his father's business, get into the advertising and marketing. And apparently his father's business started suffering again. Then he got back in part-time and helped his father to rebuild it again. I don't even know if his father still owns the business. I'm assuming he does. Gary's doing so much with the advertising, and his ultimate goal was to buy the New York Jets, the NFL football team. That's his ultimate goal. But he's interesting. He's somebody to follow. So you are pivoting as well. Another pivot you're getting involved in. You're getting into the jewelry, back in the jewelry.
I am. I mean, it's a real easy replenishable item because I stock up on the gemstones, and I've got a table full of gemstones over there. And 2 years ago, I sort of let my jewelry listings on eBay just fall off. I already ended them. When I started doing the clothing and shoes, I had ended my listings that had been up for 5 years. So yeah, I'm going to reorganize all my jewelry and start making jewelry again, because it's an easy thing to list on eBay. And
yeah, hard goods. I mean, I want to get more involved in hard goods. I want to get out of the clothing as much as I can.
if you see here, these are all my replenishable items.
There you go.
These, most of them are stretch bracelets, and I know people see when they open up threadup jewelry boxes and stuff, but I can tell you that I made all of these about 4 years ago, and they're all just fine. And then I've got leather ones. I wear all my own bracelets, but I make leather ones and with the metal beads.
Now, where do you have these listed, and what store do you have these listed?
I don't have them listed at all right now.
You don't? Okay.
Nope. I'm going, because I figure for fourth quarter that would be a gift item. And I am going to bring the price down from what I used to have them listed pretty high, and I didn't get a lot of sales, but I was okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to sell, so I'm going to drop the price down a little bit, make it more affordable. I dropped the bracelet.
You see Steven's question?
What tools? Honestly, my fingers. I have studied gemstones. I use the semi-precious gemstones, and I have gotten a really good feel for. I don't know. I can tell fake ones. I can tell the ones from China. I don't know. It's a sixth sense. My father was a silversmith, and I think I inherited some
genetically. You inherited some of his skills.
It's an intuition.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I do not do the faceted cut gemstones.
Okay.
I don't do them because those I would have to test, I would think, because I mean, you can look at costume jewelry and it looks like it's a pink topaz, and it's stamped 925, and it was made in China and shipped over here.
And it's not 925, and it's not topaz.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, I remember, because I had bought this one ring, and it was stamped 925, and it was not magnetic. But after wearing it for 2 years, I wore all the silver off of it, and it was copper underneath. So for some reason or another, they're just really good at counterfeiting.
I bought something in Mexico, in Cancun, and it's the same. And my finger turned green within a matter of a couple of weeks. I guess it must have been coated with silver.
The finger, the green is actually a chemical reaction in your body.
Right. So
you could be wearing something and it would turn your finger green. I could wear the same thing and it might not.
Okay.
And vice versa. But I was hoping that by October, I don't think it's going to happen. I really wanted to set up my stained glass again.
Right, you said you do stained glass as well.
Yeah, and I used to make a chakra thing, and it was my bestseller, in my Etsy shop. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that set up in time for this holiday. But
so you were selling chakra. How did that work? What kind of prices were they?
$30 for
$30.
And I made it. I designed it. It was exactly 7 inches by 4 inches, I think.
Okay.
And I had a chain at the top that was attached.
Okay.
And I designed it specifically that size because it would fit in a small flat rate box. And I used, knock on wood, I never had one break in shipment.
Right.
And
they were stained glass, you said, right?
Stained glass. And I used the large bubble wrap. Right. and wrapped it up, sealed it up. It was snug as a bug. And I luckily so I'm real comfortable shipping it, but that's why I designed it that size. I could have made it bigger and then had to go hunt for a box.
Oh yeah. What do you figure? Just out of curiosity, what kind of man hours were you putting into that?
About an hour and a half, about 90 minutes.
Hour and a half. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the cost of goods is very minimal.
Cost of goods, so roughly $15 an hour, I guess, gross profit.
Yeah. I was good with that.
And you enjoy doing it?
Oh yeah, it was therapy. I soldering, the glass. When I first started doing it, see, that was another thing, thanks to my father. He actually, when he was a silversmith back in the 70s in Clearwater, Florida, he made me a stained glass window. So, it was just all those things that sort of flowed, and I wanted to pick it up, and I took a class here in town. And I was so afraid of cutting myself on the glass. I was like just so gentle with it. Yeah, you get used to it. And then it's like, you're just cutting and filing the glass and grinding it down. And it's fun. It was therapeutic doing it.
Now, when things start recovering, any thoughts of possibly redoing that and doing that again and maybe selling that locally?
Not locally.
Not locally? Okay.
Yeah, remember, I'm not in a great market here.
Okay.
They'd want to give me $5 for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
But they're yeah, they don't tip. They
don't purchase either, I guess.
There are farmers around here.
Oh, okay, I realize you're mostly farm area. Okay.
Well, I mean, Springfield is 160,000 people, and I love living back in the city again. I was out in the country.
Right.
But the majority of people around here in the market itself either grew up on farms, small town Missouri.
Okay.
It's just general population. That's what I deal with. So no, I'm good selling online. I like it.
Okay, so when just out of curiosity, I'm gonna put your feet to the fire a little bit. When do you think you'll have your jewelry stuff listed, and where are you listing it? Are you listing it on eBay or Hickory or Etsy, or where are you gonna be listing it?
I used to have it on Etsy and eBay.
Okay.
I really don't think I'm going to go back to doing it on Etsy. I will probably just put it in my store on eBay.
Okay. And then your store is, I did list your link in the description below, is your store, your YouTube channel, your Facebook page. And like we discussed pre-chat, eventually you'll probably start posting more to your Facebook page and also your Instagram. You
didn't give anybody my home address, did you?
No, I didn't give you. No, I didn't do that.
So my goal is, let's see, I'm gonna set a goal. Okay, I'm gonna set a goal out loud. September. Geez, fourth quarter starts October 1st, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me. You finish your thought.
I know what you're gonna say. Okay, October 1st, I'm gonna have at least one bracelet listed on eBay. Okay. Okay, you go ahead and say what you're going to say, because I know what you're going to say.
What was I going to say?
Post shipping supplies.
Yes.
Coupon.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm writing that down because I need to use mine.
Third quarter shipping supplies. You have to order them by the end of September 30th. If you have a store. My earpiece keeps popping out. Sorry, guys.
I wrote it down. I also wrote down order postal supplies.
Yeah. I mean, hey, $25 is $25, right? My store is $22 now. I pay the annual. I'm just pulling this out. If I get feedback, I get feedback. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me just turn down the volume a little bit.
I'm gonna need to talk to Steven sometime. I'm gonna hit him up because he said the 925 electroplate. Yeah, I don't like the stuff from China.
Steven's very knowledgeable. I'm going to have Steven on the show again. That was great when you were on with Laurie and Steven. That was a great show. Really enjoyed it. That was fun. Steven was dropping a lot of knowledge bombs.
I just, with everything that I have in plans to relist my jewelry, my bracelets. I don't know, probably next year sometime. I'll probably, maybe by next Christmas, get my stained glass back up, because I have to, with the 1,700 square foot basement, I have to allocate space and areas to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I have adult ADD, so I don't do things quickly.
Now, when you cross post, what's your process? Just out of curiosity, maybe you can help other people as you're cross post. You don't use the service, right? You're manually cross posting.
I used to cross post manually I would list on eBay first, and then I would at the same time list over on Poshmark. I never really did Mercari. I listed a few things, but I was cross posting from eBay to Poshmark. I actually signed up to try List Perfectly the other night when I said I gotta start putting stuff on Mercari, So I bit the bullet, used somebody's 30% off coupon for the first month.
Okay.
And that's how I started cross posting things to Mercari the other night. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm probably going to go back to doing it manually.
Okay. You weren't. I guess if you have a lot of volume, it probably pays. But if you're not really doing huge volume, it may not be worth it.
I had to do so many things on the Mercari listing after. I mean, it did copy the photos,
right?
But then I was like, I have to.
A lot of things you had to do manually over and above. It just didn't transfer it.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking.
Okay. I guess they haven't worked out all the Mercari, all the bugs out of that.
They've
been out for a while. They were 2 years ago. I was there when they were instituting that.
I'm going to stick with it for a month. I'm going to try it for a month. They have the 3-day or 20 listings trial.
Right.
But I'm going to do it for the month. I'm going to give it a fair chance. I don't think 3 days, 20 listings is enough.
Right.
Enough of a fair shake.
Marquette is right. Sometimes it's okay to spend money to make money. That's true.
Oh yeah. I've got I have memberships. I've got BrickSeek to help with.
That's what you use for retail arbitrage.
Right. I don't think it's ever really panned out though for a sale for me. I mean, for a purchase. Like run real quick to Walmart, get the morning email at 8 a.m. and there's this really great thing. And then I go to my local Walmart, even though it says it's there on the inventory checker, it's not there. So
I guess Noel's in the chat. She must have used a bunch of emojis. Nightbot didn't like it.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Noel. I was thinking I haven't seen you for a while. I think I had it set for like 8 or 9 emojis or something. What were you saying, Stephen? Bonanza now has a offline listing tool like the old Turbo Lister. Okay. Something you might want to look into. Stephen, you're going to come on the show.
I used to list on Bonanza about 7 years ago, but I never got a sale on it. So I am good.
Always use them since when is that a problem?
There's a lot more selling apps, platforms that have been popping up. I've heard a couple, but I don't remember them off the top of my head. But I'm just going to stick with the mainstream ones. I was watching somebody the other day, and I learned something new, and it was Google Trends. Have you seen that?
Yes.
That is really cool. But I mean, just to see the Google Trends and put in Amazon, eBay, and then way down at the bottom was Poshmark and Mercari. It just goes to show you where the eyes are, where the people buy. That's where you got to list. So
I'll have to adjust that. No, I'm sorry. I thought I had it set for like 9 emojis. It must be set for like 5 or 6. It's warning you about that.
Oh, she got 6 in.
She got 6 in? Okay. There you go. There it is. All right. I think I set it for like 9.
I'll have to remember that. I'll throw a whole bunch out.
What can I tell you? All those years of moderating on YouTube, and the people would put in like 100 emojis. It's like, seriously, 100 emojis.
So Adam, what platforms do you list on? Do you sell on?
Just eBay now. And I with all my health issues now, I've been trying to get back in eBay, and I want to get out of the not out of the clothing, but get more in the hard goods. Want to get more in the jewelry. I have some. I bought some toys. I bought all these auctions. Like I tell you guys, do your due diligence. I bought some like lighters and different things. Just hard goods are so much easier to list. I built a do-it-yourself light box, a photo box, not a light box. I don't have a light box. I have the lights. I have like the ring light, and I have that other light I told you about that I can put over top of it. Right. So I'm going to do a video on that. But I got a 4-liter box, wine box, cut it open, and I put the paper on it. And then I put wrapped it up and cut out the holes, and then they put the light over top of it, and then you put like a curved piece of poster board behind it. Mm-hmm. And it's just easier for small things to take pictures than putting on the table. And when you're doing jeans and things like when you're doing flat lays, it's just easier to put it in a box like that.
I had the same thing about 5 years ago. I made one of those homemade DIY, exact same thing.
Yes.
I don't know where it is. I think my cats tore it up.
Well, you said your cats were watching your threadup boxes, right? They were guarding them.
Yeah, their cats are upstairs. But, I've marked on them now. I've marked, the order number, what it is, so that I know what's in the box, and I know what I'm gonna do because I got dolled up to come on your show. When I get done
do a threadup video, right?
Right, I'm gonna go and make it because I already got the makeup on. I've recently, because I was doing all my photos in the other room with my 2 umbrella lights.
Right.
And I have a mannequin in there, and I actually painted the one wall white or a really light gray. And it was really annoying because I would sit in here and work on the computer, but then I'd have to go run in there to take the pictures and then come back in. It was just too much. Well, when I was rearranging recently, now I'm just being lazy. And there's a push pin right above there that the hanger hangs on. So there's my photos, front, back, tag, and I'm sitting right here. Got the counter space, got my tape measure somewhere. I don't know where she went. But I tried to get it more condensed.
Well, yeah, you need to have some kind of system, exactly. And have people batch, like they'll take photos. Like I could never do more than 5. I would get confused.
Yeah.
I would take 5 jeans. I write down the information, and I would do 5 jeans, like take 5 pictures of each. And I was like, oh shoot, I would get all confused. Like so, my max, like you said, ADD. I was ADD. My max is I can't do more than 5 batches of pictures, and then I would list it. I would take the pictures on my phone, then I would import them into the computer, the laptop, and then edit there, and then do my listing on the computer with the templates.
Mm-hmm. That's
what I would do.
When you start looking for comps and everything, and I was spending so much time, such perfection, I had to have it absolutely perfect.
There's Mary.
Look at the comps, and it's like crappy photos, and these people are still selling items. It's like, there, bam. I've got to, the thing with me pivoting, adapting
to
there's
permanent change,
right, and to restart my jewelry,
right.
Would
you say November 1st, right?
October 1st, 2 weeks.
October 1st.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down. October 1st.
I better write it down too.
I'm writing it down.
I said at least
on my hard goods list. I'll get my hard goods list. I'm gonna get at least 10 hard goods listed. You do your jewelry. October 1st.
Do at least one.
One.
No. Okay. Okay. How about 5?
5. All right.
Well, because with the bracelets, I've got to make sure that I've got enough gemstones for. And this is what I did was I made a bracelet. And so I've got my rose quartz, my white howlite, my spacers. I've got all the things. Well, I've got to have enough of the gemstones in order to list it as a replenishable. So I got to make sure my stock of that specific gemstone. I would make one. I'd use this for a picture, and then I'd wear it. I used to load my arm up all the time with them.
Right.
So I have one of every one. So I have to double check all my inventory of 20,000 beads over there. I've got stacks.
Well, if you get that jewelry listed, I mean, and that's a lot of things to list. I mean, should generate some kind of activity on your account.
Yeah. The problem is
beautiful stuff. I mean, I'm sure it'll sell. I
had them on eBay for, I want to say 5 years, maybe it was 4 years, but I think that the listings eventually got stale, and so that's what I was saying.
Too. Like you were saying that, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you were saying, like you said, pull them down and sell similar. I need to start doing that too. Instead, when we're getting ready to relist, because now they have the good till cancel, pull them down and then just sell them similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, like force it to give it a new eBay item ID.
Well, that's the thing is from that time when I was selling jewelry before, I've learned a lot from all the YouTubers in the reseller community.
Right.
About Cassini, the algorithms, the analytics, I mean, we all teach each other, so I've learned so much more now that I think I can do it a little bit better this time.
Right.
So Pat D's even stopped in today. Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that. He was working through Shlomo's lives. Always good to see Pat.
And Barry.
It's funny if Pat came into the chat today. I told you earlier pre-chat, and I'm on this restrictive diet, and Pat was supposed to come down before everything, the stuff hit the fan, so to speak, and we're going to do a cheesesteak. Well, Adam can't do cheesesteaks anymore. Can't do cheese. Can't do bread.
Come back on the screen.
What's that?
I can't see you.
You can't see me.
I only see me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, well, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you made me.
Oh, no, I put myself on the screen. I was just showing you. I was highlighting you. Can you see me now?
Oh, no. Don't highlight me.
Okay, well, you're the guest.
Yeah, but you're the star.
What's Steven say here? When you change the price or specifics forces eBay to rank your listings and search fresh is good. Changing title description may also help or not. Okay, that's true. I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, that's the other thing. You go in, you edit your listing, maybe change the price, change your description, change the keywords. Absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of times my favorite thing to do is to change the cover photo for the item.
Okay. So you can probably just switch them, right? Just move them around.
Yeah.
You don't even have to take good pictures, just move them, right?
Right. I just move them.
That's a great tip. That's a great tip. I never even thought about that. That's a great idea.
I don't know if it works, but that's what I do.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Well, it's a cohesive thing. When people are searching and they're looking for stuff, I don't know what they're looking for, so I just change what they see in their search. For when they're searching for that item, I just want to change the look.
I have to adjust that. It's the moderator in me for 3 or 4 years on YouTube. I was excessive emojis. I think I have it set for 9. Maybe I'll have to set it to like 12. I guess apparently Noelle likes to put about 15 or 20 emojis on. So I think I had it set for 9. So when she puts like 6 or 7, it's coming through. So it's just supposed to get like vulgarity, and I have it set for excessive emojis. Mainly just to put announcements in there, but I could probably turn that off. If Noelle is going to be a regular on my chat, I would definitely turn it off for her. I was thinking I haven't seen her for a long time. I'm glad to have her here. Were there any? We're pushing an hour, guys. I try to keep this around an hour. Was there anything you wanted to say, Valerie, or were there any questions in the chat yet for Valerie? Like I said, I know you guys' time is valuable. I try to keep it around an hour.
Or any questions for Adam?
Yeah, any questions for Adam? Adam doesn't have all the answers. There you go. Noah says always sell similar. Don't read this. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't.
Range of photos, but consistent listing is absolutely.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Noah, you got 1, 2. You got 5 emojis in. See that?
Yep. YouTube strikes again.
Playback, yeah. YouTube has been crazy lately.
You sound good tonight.
No, you need any more cheesesteaks, cheesecake, no dairy, no eggs, no gluten,
No fun.
no fun, no sugar.
Sugar's the devil.
Sugar's the devil.
What was that? What movie was that? With Adam Sandler. The woman, the mother.
I don't remember that.
He was the water boy. The water boy.
Oh, the water boy. Okay.
Yeah. And the mother was Kathy Bates, I think.
Okay.
And she was telling him, girls are the devil.
Thanks, Pat. Good to see you. We can always go somewhere and you can get a cheesesteak, and I'll just hang out. We'll do videos. I'd be love to hang out in Philly and just I watch you eat cheesesteaks. I guess I'll have to bring my own lunch with me.
The fun thing,
chicken or something with me.
Well, you can't have cheese though, because I was going to say my thing would be is to get a cheesesteak without the bread. So
I
just
probably go get like roast pork, but no, just the roast pork, no cheese, just the roast pork, no roll, no cheese, no nothing. Maybe some roast pork with some peppers or something on it.
Now I'm getting hungry.
There you go.
So yeah, I think we all just got to, like you said, we keep adapting. You have to.
Yes.
So.
And again, I mean, with everything that's going on, and it's a fact of life, guys. I mean, be careful out there.
We don't know when it's.
I'm gonna check out vegan cheese. Absolutely, Michelle. I know there's diet or something. I read mixed reviews about it. I need to look into that. It's a vegan cheese.
Until we get back to normal on the other side of all of this, we're just gonna all keep adapting.
Yes, absolutely.
Flexible.
You got to keep moving. Got to keep rolling with the punches.
Mm-hmm. So.
I want to see what Steve. I'm going to bring Stevens up here because I hate looking down. It's very impolite to be looking down at the screen. So I'll bring it up higher. If you have listings to spare, listing basically the same item with different items like paid or free shipping, price shipping. Okay. Steven, you got to come on, my friend. You just drop some knowledge bombs, man. You really have some great ideas. Really great ideas.
I have seen that where a seller will have the same. I've just seen it recently where they have the same item listed twice.
Okay.
With the different terms, like priced higher with free shipping included.
Yeah, you could do it like $9.99 plus $5 shipping, or $14.99 with free shipping.
Right.
It's two listings, right?
Yeah, that's not against eBay terms, right? As long as you have two of the item.
Absolutely. Noel, reach out to me. Don't forget to reach out to me because I'm glad to see. I obviously was thinking about you. I was thinking about Pat. It's strange. You guys both showed up on the show tonight. That's great. Yeah. So I guess there were no other questions for this fabulous reseller and this former DoorDasher that's going to get back into DoorDashing. No.
I only do the catering orders for DoorDash. I'm going to do some Uber Eats because you don't ever have to set up a schedule. So.
Oh, you don't have to set a schedule with that?
Yeah, with Uber Eats.
Pop in the app and do what you want to do?
Turn it on, turn it off, and both DoorDash and Grubhub, you have to snag schedules. And with it oversaturated, it makes it hard. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to try something else full-time. But I'm trying to ramp down the delivery and ramp up the eBay because I really like working from home. It's been nice for the last 3 months to hardly put any mileage on my truck.
There you go. Hey, Randy, thanks for joining us. Watch the replay, my friend. We're getting ready to play the things up. Noel, I will increase the number of emojis. So if you're going to be on my chat, I will definitely increase the number of emojis. Like I said, I was thinking of you and I was thinking of Pat. It's so funny you guys both showed up today. That was really great. I'm glad you guys showed up. So I missed you guys. So anything you want to close with, young lady?
No, just keep an eye on my channel if you haven't already subscribed.
Right, like I said, your YouTube is in the description below. Your Instagram is in the description below. Your Facebook is in the description below.
I'm having fun with the
eBay stores in the description below.
the threadup unboxings.
You got to get those jewelry things listed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I did open up
beautiful stuff. I think you do very well with those.
I opened a jewelry box. I bought a jewelry box from threadup, and I just didn't feel it. I'm like, I really don't want to list costume jewelry, fashion jewelry,
right?
Whatever brand it is. I really want to go back because I know what I put in my jewelry. I know what it is, and that's what I want to do. I'm not going to do the other stuff.
I hear you.
But yeah, I'm going to do right after we get off here. I'm going to go and make my other. I'm going to do
the video. I have to do the YouTube thing, guys. Don't forget to click the thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I try to have resellers on every Wednesday. And again, the new time is 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday evenings. I am doing a show with the Bill, Gnome and a Frog. That is bi-weekly, every other week on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. So we did one this past Monday. So 2 weeks from Monday, I believe it's the 28th, we'll be doing it on Bill's channel, Gnome and a Frog. So I appreciate you all being here. And we'll still see you guys next time.
Have a good one, Adam.
Again, everyone.